Ladies and gentlemen, you know we are entering the election year, and you are going to see all kinds of stories with deportations stepping up. They don't care if these people were here as children or they came after the fact. The bottom line is they are out of here. Look, they're ripping all these Iraqis that are living here, even if they came legally, they're being deported out. So anybody that don't belong here or they feel you don't belong here, which I mean the government feels you don't belong here, you're out of here. And being that this is election year, Trump is going to step this thing up to an unbelievable level. So this came out in the Hill, ladies and gentlemen, December 29th, 2019. Removal of DACA recipients has begun. It didn't take a crystal ball to see DACA would not end well, and it won't. I was looking at, I did an article on the Iraqi immigrants. Some of these people never lived in Iraq a day in their life. They've been here in America. They still got deported. And in Iraq, if you get deported there and you don't have any legal papers identifying who you are, you automatically go to jail. That's how they do it over there. So, it's going to be a crazy year for illegal and some of these legal immigrants here. In June 2012, former President Barack Obama announced the creation of a Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals DACA program, which provide temporary lawful status for 2-year period subject to renewal for certain undocumented immigrants who had come to the United States before reaching the age of 16. And a lot of people feel this is very unfair, and they should have to go through the normal legal process. This was supposed to be a compassionate act, but I foresaw unintended consequences if a person with strong immigration enforcement policies were to become the president before the passage of a bill to provide permanent resident status for the participants. Trump became the next president. Trump announced that he was going to terminate the program, but said that he would give Congress 6 months to pass legislation to make permanent resident status available to the participants before implementing the termination. Trump also proposed a legalization program for 1.8 million DACA recipients as part of a 4-pillar framework on immigration reform and border security. But the Democrats would not agree on the concessions he expected in return for the legalization program. Trump filed a lawsuit. So right now it's in the hands of the Supreme Court. And there's been a variety of lawsuits in different states over this whole situation too. Federal judges had to get involved, especially if y'all remember when the caravan reached the border. Trump was trying to block them from coming in, and the federal judge, and I believe in California, said he couldn't do that. So in January 2018, a U.S. district judge in California issued a provisional nationwide conjunction block, blocking the Trump administration repeal of DACA on the grounds that the repeal was based on flawed legal premise that the Obama-era policy was illegal. Judges in New York and D.C. subsequently issued familiar orders. Trump filed a consolidated appeal of the 3 decisions with the Supreme Court. At an oral argument before the Supreme Court in November 2019, the initial question was whether the government's decision to end DACA is something that courts can review at all. According to the government, the administration simply ended a prior administration's choice not to enforce immigration policy. This is within the administration's discretion and therefore cannot be second guessed by the courts. The second question was whether the Trump administration's decision to end DACA violated the law. Everyone agreed that the administration could end DACA. The issue was whether it was done properly. Opponents of termination argued that the Trump administration was required to provide an accurate reason, rational, and legally sound explanation for its decision to end DACA, and utterly failed to do so. Therefore, the case should be sent back for a proper determination of whether DACA should be terminated. There's a lot of people unhappy with DACA, a lot, especially Trump supporters. And like I said, this being an election year, yeah, they're going to be on board of this being terminated. And this will be a big thing. Sorry, y'all, I got disrupted. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's a lot of people in this country that's very unhappy with this DACA situation. It's one thing, especially for us in the Black community. Many of these illegals, the ones that come over here from the Middle East, and even the ones coming across the southern border, they get in here and they are nasty. They join in treating us like crap. And ladies and gentlemen, even those Palestinians, we had some around here with stores. They act all pitiful over there when those Jews are attacking them. But when they cross that ocean and come here, they act in the same racist manner that everybody else in this society act towards us. So you can't feel too sorry for them, even when they come from countries that are war torn, because the attitude is always the same once they come around us. And it's disgusting. So here's what I think. I think ultimately Trump will get rid of DACA. I think he will. It's one of those things he's been fighting from day one, and he has not let up on this thing. And I can tell you, if the Supreme Court decides to terminate DACA, Trump won this election. He won on that one issue alone. I really believe he will win. The Democratic Party, we know that they don't care about us at all. They will not even discuss our issues or even discuss the things that are happening in our community. So we know where they stand. There's no more question when it comes down to the Democratic Party. We know. You're just a softer form of racism, that's all, but it's all the same. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. I really believe we're going to see a lot of things happening, and it's going to be at a more accelerated pace when it comes down to these illegals. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.